Hi and welcome to part 1 of HTML forms. HTML forms are an essential part of any website these days. You probably don't notice them that much on websites because their user experience is pretty smooth. Forms are used when we want to send data from a web page to either another web page or to a database. Logging into your account, updating your status, writing comments, etc. All these are actually forms and form elements. We are going to have 4 lectures, 4 videos or lessons, and we are going to cover all the form necessary information that you need to know. So first off, an HTML form is actually a container element. So we are going to write form, and when you hit enter, you're going to see that it immediately has an action attribute. This action attribute basically specifies what you want to do with the form once the user has filled it in. Now, we're not going to talk about that yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this form element. On its own, it is nothing. It is just a container element. It means that it requires elements that should be contained within this form element. So when you sign up for any kind of website, for example, when you sign up for a social media website like Facebook, you are required to provide like some sort of name, email address, password. Now, depending on what kind of information that we require from the user, we are going to have different types of input elements. Now, an input element is the kind of an element that asks user to provide some sort of information. What do I mean exactly by this? So if I want the user to write their name, that is going to be one kind of input element. If I want to ask the user to write a password or create a password, that is going to be a different kind of input element. Why? Because when the user writes their name, usually what we want to do is we want to be able to see that name, right? You have like many friends on Facebook or whatever, or Instagram or whatever, and you are able to see their names. But are you able to see their password? No, because it has a different type of input. That's what we're going to cover in these lectures. So let's just dive in. Now, the element is going to be a self-closing element. It means it has no content. The first type is going to be type text. So if I just save it, here, you can see we have this rectangular area here. And I'm just going to provide a placeholder. Since it doesn't have any content, how can we tell the user what should they write in here? I'm going to say name. When I save it, you can see that it has a placeholder and it says name. Now I'm going to click there and I'm going to provide my name, Muslim Hilali. There we go. So this is how we can grab a name from the user or any kind of input that is textual in nature. That's it for this lecture. See you in the next one.